Right, okay. Yeah, okay. Huh. Hello everyone. That's quite a few people. They didn't send out a notification, did they? I hope they didn't. Wasn't really supposed to, not really supposed to have told people in droves. Oh well. That's nice of it, isn't it? Goodness sake. None of this does what you want it to. None of it, none of it, none of it. Right. So that's not hugely useful. Okay. No, wait, hang on, do that. That one? No. That one? No. That one? No. This one? Well, yeah, but no. This one? No. This one? No. No. This one? Nope. And this one. No. Oh well, okay. If you're confused as to what I was looking for there, crikey, there's no point telling YouTube not to tell people I'm here, really, is there? There's absolutely no point to it. Absolutely no point. So what I was looking for was the possibility of there being any no gacha combos, and there aren't here. Now, as background, I've completed this once with the Moby Dick combo, but of course Fisherman is gacha, so that's not going to work out too well. Oh wow, Water Cup 7 has super chatted us $1, thank you. I'm afraid I'm probably going to end up... No wait, I'm probably thinking of something else. I am thinking of something else, don't worry. Thank you. It's a shame YouTube will take a lot of that. The reason I'm actually on YouTube at the moment is because there's a creator study coming up. And, you know, I try and be helpful imparting thoughts on YouTube, and I would like to address their super chat taking, but to do that you need to have streamed on YouTube recently, thus this, because we've been doing it on Twitch mostly, and so hopefully, you know, I can, if they pick me, I can say, right, stop taking everyone's money, you really don't need to, you got plenty enough. I doubt that, you know, having done one stream, they'll include me in the study, but at least I'd be eligible for it. So that's the idea with this. I only wanted to do a quiet stream, really. And we can see how that's gone, can't we? So sorry for kind of notifying you all. It wasn't my aim. YouTube seems to have just done it. Hopefully this will be somewhat enjoyable then. Although, you know, I'm in a bit of a downer at the moment, so I'm thinking everything I'm doing won't be enjoyable. Kenman asks, will you do a run guide? I will. I will do. But currently, we are not quite far. We're working towards it in the Stories of Legend, but we're not there. We're not there yet. So that will be towards the end of this beginner guide series. However, if I can get this strat to work, which is why I'm sort of streaming this and experimenting with this now, I will be putting out this crazed growth guide as soon as I've made it. So we'll have to see what we can do in that respect. Okay. I guess it's time to bring out all the stuff. It's good to have a clump, because otherwise you sort of find yourself in trouble with not being able to hit things en masse, and then everything you've got dies, and that's just generally quite sad, really. And we don't want that happening. No siree, do we want that happening. I also need to try and make sure that I'm not using my cannon as often as it recharges, because other people's cannons will be a lot slower. And okay, that start hasn't gone well at all. We're just gonna give that chunky no, because actually, of all the starts I've had so far, which I've done many of this morning, and I thought, well, I might as well stream trying to get this right. That was a pretty terrible start, so we'll try again. And yes, this is all in aid of no gacha. Although actually I was using Paris earlier, and the advantage was not profound. Like, we were not getting a huge advantage from using Paris. We were not. Okay, so let's just use the range brigade for now, which I'm sort of thinking of calling them. I'll have Valkyrie out as well. When she goes proccers, she does pretty well. Pretty well indeed. Excellent. Bit of a knockback, we like that. We like another shot. We probably don't like that. Yeah, no, we definitely don't like that. That was decimation by all accounts. It really, really shows the difference not having the Moby Dick combo on, because of course that uses gacha, that's our problem. But not having it on, I mean, the units are just drastically worse. They are pretty shocking, actually. And I'm thinking this probably isn't going to be viable without it. It's pretty nasty stuff. I mean, we can try to do our best, but will we get there? I'm pressing X to doubt currently. It seems like an unlikely one, it really does. Okay, wait for them to get killed off, and then we'll start the this slot again. Get Valkyrie in as well. See if we can build up a respectable stack. That's the aim. That is the dream, but hopefully not the mean. I should like to win. I should like to be success. Yes, success would be good. Proccers! Yay! Proccers! I feel like this might end up... Oh no. Ground unit, ground unit, ground unit. Might end up being just telling people, right, so you've got to keep force closing until Valkyrie goes absolute proccers, and then you'll be alright. Because that won't send people absolutely mad. But, it might have to be the case. I'd just like to dissuade anyone who's, I don't know, for some reason is thinking that I'm choosing not to push in this. I guess it could be your point of view. My apologies that I find it slightly ludicrous that I am not making an effort not to push. Believe me, there is none of that in this. These units are not good, and so they struggle to push very much indeed. I'm aware of how this level is beaten. I am aware you have to push, but if you can't, you can't. Anyway, I guess doing a YouTube stream like this is allowing some people who can't come to the Twitch ones to be around. I mean, we've got much bigger viewership than normal at a time where I thought it wouldn't be practical for a lot of people, but I guess, yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. Come on then. Come on then. The question is, can we do it? Can we absolutely do it? Probably not. I mean, that combo was a real lifesaver. And I mean, when I beat it, I only just about beat it. I mean, it was not an easy feat by any stretch of the imagination. And so without it, I think it's quite obvious how kind of easily decimated you're going to get on this level, which makes me sad because that therefore means that it's kind of gacha o'clock, which just makes me very sad because I don't want that to be that I'm made Valkyrie miss the shot. That was not good. Yeah, it just I think it's going to be a dead end trying to do it this way, but we'll keep persisting. Luckily it's a continue stage, so we can keep trying. I don't mean using the continues, obviously that wouldn't help us one single bit, because it puts you back in the same position of not being able to push forward, and only when you overwhelm the crazed grosses can you move forward and beat the stage, which, you know, obviously ain't happening. I'm also thinking, quite possibly, King Dragon might be something we have to employ. That's going to have a greater attack power, and is probably something we need. Besides, we have full Rich Cat on, but we're struggling with money, so the longer recharge time of King Dragon will probably play into our hands in that respect. Yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It really is. I'm one of those people who can't go to Twitch perfect stream time. Well, I'm very glad that this has worked out for you. I'm glad. The chance of Outprox to win is less than actually getting a gacha cap for this stage. Yeah, possibly, but the difference is that you can spend 200 energy once and keep trying and trying until you get those necessary procs, whereas you could be rolling gacha infinitely for the rest of your life and theoretically never get Paris Cat or Doctor Cat, Fisherman Cat. So, you know, there's rates, but then there's the circumstance around those rates that you sort of need to pay heed to, really. What is your Twitch? What's my Twitch? https://www.twitch.tv/RegitYouTube. Glad you ask. That's where I do most of my streaming. This one is a bit of a cheeky outlier. I should probably encourage my Nightbot, which we've set up for Twitch, to enter into this stream. I mean, that might be quite nice, having it there. Now, the deal with this Crazed Titan here is that it's actually really quite good. But the problem is, of course, you don't want to be using it with the ranged units, because it just causes the ranged units to get waved, which is you're using the ranged units to not get waved. So you have to sort of consciously use Crazed Titan in a very different circumstance. My problem is that circumstance is often when it gets to the base like this. And when it gets to the base like this is the exact opposite circumstance to what you're looking for in the battle. There is no advantage to having them on the base. You are just the furthest point away from success, which is just pretty bad, basically. And just not something that you want. Just really not something that you want. So that's just a bit rotten, really. A bit Robbie rotten. It's just not good. And I'm not sure, with these sort of unbuffed units, if we'll ever be able to Get there. This strategy is impractical. Who gets crazed whale, crazed titan, crazed dragon before crazed gross? People following my beginner's guide. And me. So, you know, a fair few people, I guess, would be the answer to that question. I think it's a sensible order to do things. Crazed gross is definitely harder than those levels, and crazed dragon definitely helps in this level. So surely you should do the crazed stages that give you units that help you in other crazed stages first. That seems logical. That's why you leave crazed axe, for example, till last, because no one cares about the crazed axe, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, it matters for Manix, but that's it. The thing I'm most actively thinking of doing is sort of splitting the tutorial down sort of two fields. First one is like people definitely need their basic true forms. I think we're not gonna we're not gonna be able to hang on. I should actually get Nightbot in the chat. I appreciate your kind words, but you don't need to spam them. Thank you. Right. Let's get Nightbot in. After all, don't we love Nightbot? I mean, it's like morning bot at this point, but so can you get Nightbot to do the same stuff? Do you know what I mean? That it does in another channel. Like import your settings from your Twitch Nightbot or something. Is that possible? Anyone know if you can do that? How long have you been going? Sorry, not how long you've been. How have you been going? Not well. Not well at all, actually. Not in the best of feelings. Why not put a cat combo in those 2 empty slots? Because they require gacha. Those 2 empty slots would otherwise be being used for whale and fisherman to make the Moby Dick combo. But of course, fisherman is gacha. That's our problem here. Hang on. I don't know how to word this search correctly. No, that's definitely not the question I was asking. Let's see if it just says anything. No, I don't know how you're supposed to do it, to be honest. I really don't know how you're supposed to do it. See, Eye of the Storm is a great combo, but the problem is this account has only done one of the cyclones, so it's just not viable. And I'm not sure actually if we'd be able to get all of them done, no gacha, because of course cyclones are very sort of type specific. They kind of require gacha to work at all well. So yeah, might have problems trying to get them done, but then of course if we did go down that route, that would mean it would obviously be completely impossible to do this tutorial today. So I'm just trying to see if there are any particular ways to get this sorted out within the bounds of what we have here. And I think getting those true forms will be an important next step, because I mean otherwise we're just gonna have trouble, really, aren't we? There will be trouble ahead, as they say. I mean, they definitely do. There's going to be some absolute trouble, let's be fair. Right, okay. Now that the melee stuff's gone, put the range stuff back in. That's the idea. I'm quite sold on having these two separate flanks to the strategy, because it sort of helps when you get really stuck, but then again we shouldn't be getting really stuck, because if we're doing it all well in Crazed Growth, we won't be having them at the base, will we? That's our problem here. That's definitely our problem. Biohazard combo, you say, oh yeah, research, but what's in that though? That needs gacha still, doesn't it? That's Necromancer, and you know, I'll be clear, I'll level with you, as old Boris likes to say. I've got a combo that works really well. Oh, Zombie Cat and Mister. Oh, it's the other one that has Necromancer in it, is it? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well. Biohazard is no gacha. You see, this is the kind of we're getting Twitch follows on the YouTube stream. Brilliant. It is the kind of ingenuity that I'm looking for here. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like your thinking. I like your thinking. Pretty good. But equally, are the monies going to support having stuff out more often? Do you know what I mean? Like, we may find trouble as far as that's concerned. Sniper Cat deals with those squire rolls quite well. In fact, it allows you to build up a whole stack of damage, and then to be able to proccers, excellent. Build up loads of stuff we can hopefully dispense with the Crazed Growth quickly, so that you have a large stack of stuff. There we go, you see, there we go. Dealing with the next thing. We like that, we're a fan of the proccers. Oh, proccers! Then stuff gets pretty quickly decimated. I reckon if we put research in, we'd need to ditch Mother Cat, which people would probably be quite happy about, to be fair, because that is a sort of last ditch unit, really, isn't it? You don't really want to be using that one too much. But yeah, biohazard. Thank you for that. That's a suggestion, isn't it? That's one that has legs to it, as it were. Yeah. I mean, it would just definitely be much easier if you had Fisherman Cat, but I can't just expect people to have a unit like that. This is definitely going to be one that's going to need to go down different angles and be like, well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, you could do this if you have this, or you could do that if you have that. Which is, you know, a little bit tiresome to do, but what can you say? What can you do? You can't really say anything about it. Can't really do anything about it. So we need to... Oh, the beautiful proccers. We are decimated afterwards, though. Still, there's some lovely proc action very briefly. If only very briefly. Some good proc. Good proc. I mean, despite all that good stuff, they still get to the base and decimate, you know, and I think that says it all. That's kind of, even when it goes well, it goes badly, basically, and that's just not tip-top, not tip-top. This is really not the best. Not the best. Get boofed. Get boofed. Come on. Get gone. Anyway. Okay, what's your time? It's just after 11 AM in the old Britain. Yeah. Biohazard definitely seems like the idea. Oh dear. What's going on there then? Oh, loads of waves going on. Oh no, we don't want melee units. Stop doing that. Stop flipping the slot. You've designed the slot, my boy, just so that you don't do that, and then you still do it. Breaking your own rules is what you're doing. Which is causing yourself trouble by all accounts. And you don't want to be doing that. No, siree. Nicely done. Good proccers, good proccers. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's just not great as it currently stands. But thanks to some levels of ingenuity, we seem to have a kind of way out of it, you know, which could be good to look for. Because I reckon this is not gonna end well. We're not gonna be able to succeed in it while we don't have any kind of combo. I just think it's not going to be viable. But you know what I haven't tried with this strat yet is combining the melee gang and the range gang. And if I just don't put out Mother, you know, to save a bit of the old cash, we should probably see if that could put us in good stead for building up stacks and doing enough damage. Because I mean, look, you do actually get quite a few knockbacks off. And maybe it was just me sort of thinking having them together isn't a good idea, but you know, possibly it is. There's some possibility of success in that. We'll have to see if it develops into success or not. I don't know. It's certainly keeping them off the base for longer than usual. That is the case. Oof. Gets a wave out even when it's frozen. That's what it seemed like anyway. If you use combining strat, use King Dragon. Oh, I think I will. I think it's almost definite that we're going to have to say get your true forms out. Otherwise, you know, why are you even here? This account is a bit of an extreme for not having leveled up your units. I mean, maybe it's just the point where you say you just a bit prematurely at this level if you haven't got your basic true forms. I mean, all you need 10 plus levels on them, and if you're leveling them up from the start of the game, you know, by the time you get to crazed, I think it'd be reasonable. I've been avoiding it for as long as possible, but might well be necessary. Might well be necessary. Oh, crockers, crockers. We love the crockers. Good stuff. There it is again. Valkyrie just sorting it out, which is what we need from Valkyrie. Oh, semi-stack, semi-stack, semi-stack. Quickly getting decimated there. It's a shame. It's showing so much promise, is it not? And we're sort of doing alright there. Ooh. Go on, my son. Hey. Yeah. I did level Mother Cat up actually, but I think even now it's just not doing too well for itself. Really, is it? We've got a couple of interesting avenues to look at. I think it might be worth trying the King Dragon and I don't know, possibly put an island in there before we go biohazard, because obviously, although it's no gacha, people would be having to spend a lot of cat food, and if they don't have it, they're pretty stuck. Because it probably, even with ads for cat food, would take a little while to generate that amount. What do you think of Chawsy's hatred of Catalite? I can't say I know about that, to be honest. I mean, I dislike the fact that Catalite hides the health on your base, so it makes it difficult to work out whether you need to force close or not, or what's going on, how close to defeat you are. And I don't... The idea of a flying meat shield never sat well with me, but, you know, I've got more used to it. And if it's got more health, it's got more health, you know. It's not traditional, but it works. Do you know what doesn't work? This. This doesn't work. It's one of them things that you see doesn't work. You try and go wabam, but can you really go full skablam, or will you be an unsuccessful boy? I'm tentative in saying building up a stack there, because we're not really. Because things are probably dying as quickly as they're coming in to form the stack. So overall, we're not doing too well. Although we've made a little bit of progress, haven't we? You know, we're not actually doing too badly. Oh, oh, that wasn't actually too bad. Let's keep moving that all back. Prop would have been very useful there. Ah, but it's not forthcoming. I think we're going to start getting pushed back again. Question is, are we cut out for success? We're definitely doing better than we did before. Absolutely, without question, doing better. Doing well enough? Well, that's another matter, isn't it? That's one that's a bit more up in the air. Oh. No, Granny's tight. Don't do this. Don't do it. No. Come on. You gotta get those hits in, and you gotta get them well. You gotta do it. You gotta do it proper. That's what we need from you. We need chunky hits. Come on, Valkyrie. Excellent news. Knock you back, so we get the whole clump there. Knocking it back. Come on. Get your single shot, high damage in there, dragon. And sort them out. Oh no. Our clump has thinned. It has thinned unimaginably. I'm going to get pushed back again. We killed that one. That was alright, wasn't it? When is Into the Future Chapter 3 coming? Sort of a little bit later on in the series, because of course that's actually what I structured the series of the series around, is what story mode subchapter they're on. So the moon usually comes at the end of it. And probably will, because I'll probably end up using a rerun for at least floating continent. So yeah, probably at the end of this series. Should be the last official beginner's guide, I guess. So a little while, I'm afraid. Come on. Is he gonna absolutely proc us? Because that would be quite remarkable if he did. Can he do it? Can he do it? No, it's thinning again. Don't do this to me. Okay, death, that's good. That's pretty good. Come on. Good knockback, Good. We're on the base. This isn't over yet though. When I beat it before, I got on the base and got pushed back from it for quite a long time before we beat it. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, I think we've persistence is about to pay off here. Persistence with this kind of slightly dreadful no gacha strat is going to pay off, and there's hopefully going to be kind of some level of success, at which I would be truly amazed. But I reckon we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We've done it. Ho! 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 Yes? 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 Right? Not bad? Not bad? Who ever said anything bad about Mother Cat? That was pretty good. You know? Thank you for the GGs. Yeah, that went alright, didn't it? We got that push on. Whoever said that Crazed Gross was a short level, they haven't played it this way. Crikey. I mean, we've got it done. I guess I can cite this as an example within the guide, saying, well, if you don't have those basic true forms, it's going to be hard, but it's possible. And we hit 100 viewers, crikey. Hello. Power of Mother Cat. Yeah, no, probably not. What that tells me then is that Biohazard probably isn't necessary, but I will bring in King Dragon. What do you think to Island? Do you think that Island would benefit the combined strat, or do you think it's a demanding basic true form that we sort of don't need to recommend? Because it could work. Probably would work. It's a sort of, it looks like it's a kind of a cautious one, but it is tanky, which is what we want to be able to maintain our position. Anyway, I'm really happy with how that went. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So this be the absolute strat that got us to victory. I mean, crikey, that is a strat. That's it's just dodgy, really, isn't it? Dodgy strat, dodgy strat. Whale. It could be done, couldn't it? We could give it a go. But then, do we have Mother Cat in? I mean, probably not. Probably not. So what I'll do is I'll what do we have? Do we have the necessary? What's our island at? Is it +8? Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, dragon's only +6. Oh, crikey. Well, that would actually be that would be quite an improvement in levels, and one that maybe we don't need to do. You know, might not be fully necessary. I mean, it would definitely be useful, but to increase it by 4 levels when we're sort of able to do it is probably not something I want to do, actually. So King Dragon will make it painless. Oh, absolutely. You know, absolutely. And I will say to people, if you got King Dragon, definitely use it. But maybe actually it would just be useful to get ourselves Island Cat. And do it that way. And then that's easily integrated in the strat. And I can just say, if you've got fishermen, well, you're going to have a pretty nice time. I think we're definitely going to have to do it island-wise. I think there's no way out of that. How many fish we got? 1 fish, 2 fish. That's alright then. Okay, let's record this segment then. Okay, so I'm going to move my island... No, it's not. Okay. I'm going to move my whale cat into an island cat by getting the 2+ levels left that you need to get it level 20 plus 10. Fish cat, to use both of these, will turn my whale into island cat. Although quite weirdly, the screen doesn't actually tell you there. And here it is, island cat. And it's not just the cosmetic change that you're looking for. Getting it just to level 20 plus 10 gives it a much bigger advantage than the +1 level from 20 plus 9. The stats change immensely and makes your time a lot easier. My dragon is level 20 plus 6. If you're able to have it level 20 plus 10, which will make it King Dragon, its 3rd form, really definitely use that. You're going to have a lot easier a time. But because mine has such a gap between here and level 30, I'm going to use this just in case you haven't been able to get as many lizards as you'd need to get that true form. Right, there you go. let's see then if that's viable. Okay. Give it a go. I'll even put a leadership on because we're quite that exciting. Basically, it's the sort of thing we do in this place. Really don't want to be going through my items like this, but it seems like we might have to. And we'll attack it. And basically this is to see if it's viable using this way, because we did actually get it done with slightly less than this, didn't we? But it was very difficult and, you know, looked incredibly unlikely. And I've removed Mothercat, so a little bit of variable action. So we'll just see if what we've got here will do what we need it to do. Hopefully it will. No, hopefully it will. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. And bam. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that whacking action there. Oh, that's good, that's good, man, that's good. That's good, that died there. Oh, that's less good, that's definitely less good. That didn't start off so well. Let's try and observe Island Cat then. Oh! Good first observed shot there, Island Cat. Nicely done, nicely done. Oh, so much nicer to have a true form. It's so much nicer. Look at the absolute power we have now. Not even King Dragon yet. Not even King Dragon. We've got power. Whap whap. Rip. Crazed Titan. Every day of the week. Come on. Oh, good shot, Crazed Dragon, good shot. We like that. We don't like that. However, we like that. Yeah, I think actually having Biohazard on would... our monies would be a little bit incompatible with that, by the looks of it. Oof! Oof! Double oof! Got some definite problems going on there. Maybe we need to suggest, you know, getting yourself a good start off, because that was not necessarily a good start off. So we suffered, and then we got two crazed grocers at once, and nobody wants that. Like, pretty nasty, right? Pretty nasty stuff. It's starting off the level with sort of nice period of silence and money gathering is a good idea. Maybe if we start off with just the range stuff, and then we'll introduce the other stuff as the crazed growth gets a little bit closer, just so that we have that separation initially to get the damage off in an easier way. I mean, maybe we should even oh dear, introduce Valkyrie a little bit later, so that we begin our pushing forward a little bit better. Because it seems that she is able to die pretty quickly, which is a skill I myself have acquired too. Those wave attacks are lovely, to be fair. That's another prop to wait for. Alright guys, you gotta wait until you get wave attacks every single run. That is the only way to beat this level. Hog. Right. Okay. Start forming up a strat. Get these units bundling together and sorting everything out. That's what we need. What we need in our lives. Will we get it in our lives? I don't know. There's 2 crazed growths at once. That's pretty disgusting. And a third on the way. Triple disgusting. It's just pretty bad. Proccers though, that's pretty good. We love the procs. Oof. Oof McScoof. You can see this being not quite as simple as we thought it would be. Definitely kind of decimated a bit more than one might hope, given that there's just millions of crazed grosses knocking at my door. It's just not what we need right now. What we need is a sort of clear path and just the opposite of that. Do 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 do. Yeah. Good whack, good whack. Right, again, we'll start off with the ranged ones. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Oh wow, yeah, no, you can actually do alright with the ranged stuff in your start off. If you get the required proccers. I mean, look at that. That's alright, isn't it? I'm not sure about Valkyrie being out there at the start though. She definitely seems to suffer somewhat. Which is not what we want. And we've set out a lot of what we want. Oh dear, that just seemed a bit weird really, what happened there? The super wave. Definitely not what we're looking for. Definitely. Right. I think we need to bring out the melee brigade. Actually, we don't now, but they've already been brought out. Send the Valkyrie in as well. Why not? I think we've also set out reasons why not. She gets killed, and then you sort of really struggle. Oh. See, this is more kind of beautiful proccers going on here. This is the kind of stuff that we're looking for. You know, that's just pretty nasty. It's just not what you're looking for. You're looking for success, and you're finding failure. 3 crazed grosses at the same time, that's just pretty toxic. Not what we need. We need success. Do. We need success. Do. We need success. Come on, melee brigade. You can do it. Do. I mean, I hope you can do it. We just sort of need that lucky point in a battle where everything coalesces to start absolutely destroying everything. We've got a bit of a clump there. I'm going to knock that back so that everything sort of comes about at the same time. Ah, but that was unfortunate with that crazed titan. Probably going to spell the end for this clump. Oh, good prop though, good prop, good prop. Good prop. And then your Valkyrie's dead. And then what do you do? What do you do? So I guess once you reach the point where you have that stack that's doing work, putting everything out is not a problem. It's just something you need to do. I guess at the start is where you really need to differentiate, not mathematically, between your melee units and your ranged units. Otherwise you get yourself into trouble spending monies for little success. But once you get that huge clump that seems to be dealing with the crazed grosses especially quickly, well that is when you know that you're in business. However, our business is getting severely taken aback, which is just not what we need. How many times will I have said that? I mean, it's the morning, so don't take a shot, but I don't know. Pour yourself a refreshing juice drink and take a shot every time I say it's not what we need. Because this isn't. We need success. We need brilliance. We need crazed grosses falling by the wayside and losing to our sheer might. What we don't need is the crazed grosses getting the upper hand on us, dealing out wave attacks and causing us problems. That's just definitely not what we want. Or what we need. Things we need are compatible with success. Come on. Come on, come on. See, this is better, this is better. This is your classic grazed cross strategy, where you sort of end up being a bit successful. That's all you want. That's all you want from life. That's all you want. Oh, not like that, though. Not like that. Not like that. Come on. See, that is the power of a well-congealed clump. It just sort of decimates the crazed grosses, where previously they were doing a pretty heckin' job decimating us. But once you've got, you know, 2 titans, dragon, maybe 2 dragons, your crazed gross stops being able to regularly hit you. And then your clump only increases in size. It's a sort of, it's an exponential thing, right? Once you get that clump, the clump gets more powerful and the crazed gross gets less powerful. The smaller your clump, the less powerful your clump gets, and the more powerful the crazed gross gets. So it's basically all or nothing. And you just got to wait for that point where you end up being successful. And that is, yeah, that is how you do it, right? I am now fairly happy with this strat because we've done it twice. Ladies and gentlemen, that was go home crazed gross. Well, exactly, yeah? That wasn't too bad. We did alright. That was pretty spicy. Reggae finally did it. Is no nub anymore. No, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But you know, it's only the early game that I seem to be getting a grasp of. More GGs. Thank you for your GGs. Thank you for your GGs. Very nice. What do I need to do to unlock normal cat true form? You need to get it to level 20 using XP, and then open cat tickets to give it plus levels. And once you have 10 of those plus levels, so it makes it level 30, i.e. level 20 plus 10, you get the true form. And that's the same with all of the basic cats. Some of which we needed to get to their true form today. But we've done it, right? We've done it pretty good. And I am happy with that. That That is a true no gacha strat. And we've done it, you know. So I'm happy enough with that. I'm gonna go and turn that into a real strategy. Probably using this battle as an example. And that's what we'll go forward with. Yeah. But I reckon I'll also give a few examples. As to where gacha can help. Like if you have fishermen, you're going to have a much nicer time. If you have Paris, you're probably going to have a much nicer time, depending on what level you get it to. So I will stop here. For the person asking about Uncanny Legends, I recently did some Uncanny Legends. The stream archive will be winging its way onto YouTube relatively soon. But for now, that'll probably be it. Cyborg, yeah, I should probably say if you got Paris, it's probably only going to be very useful in its true form. Because I had a level 20 Paris, and it didn't actually really help me. Be sure to mention wave block units. Yes, absolutely. Good point there. Yeah. Okay, well, that was good. Please stream more on YouTube. I mean, maybe the occasional stream like this of investigating stuff, we can have a look at doing that. The problem is YouTube's very sort of very unkind to donators. There we go. Overall, that was pretty nice. Thank you for popping along. We actually did quite well out of this, so I shan't waste any more of your time. Go off and make use of your day. I hope you've enjoyed this little portion of your day. Is cameraman any good here? I don't know. The chat will tell you, but sources say yes to pretend to be an 8-ball. There we go. Ta-ra.